Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm excited for this one. I know many of you are as well. We are unboxing, taking a first look at the Benchmade Mini Claymore OTF out the front. Number 3375GY-1. Now, you've seen, if not, please take a look at it on my channel here, but we have featured the full-size Claymore, which we will get to in a minute. This is the full-size Claymore OTF. And we will do many comparisons, many comparisons. But what do you get in the box? Nice foam padded box, use and care manual, life sharp warranty. Make sure to read it. Comes in handy, especially with your spring loaded knives. You get the microfiber cleaning cloth bag. We will put all that off to the side. Now this is the cool one because this is in the OD green Grivery. I like this model. Now I may get the black one as well, just to kind of like match up to the other ones I have, and you'll see that in a couple minutes here. But let's take a look at this one. Now you got some Morse code up here. Put a comment down below if you know what that Morse code is. We'll talk about it here in a couple minutes. You got that kind of parkerized deep carry pocket clip. This is a shorter one. This is the Mini OTF Claymore from Benchmade Knife, made here in the USA. I really like how they've done just every little aspect of it, and it feels really good in the hand. Now this does have, you know, the kind of I don't know what you want to call this, thumb slide, something of that, but there it is in full capacity, ready to go. Dagger style blade. It is so super quick and functional, super lightweight. Now this is a CPM D2 blade, and it's got kind of that dark gray PVD coating on it. You can see the CPM D2 there. And for whatever reason, they have benchmade.com/Pat. We could get away with that and have even less billboarding. It would be awesome. Now, it does have some really good grip texturing on these Grivery handles. It is going to ride well in the pocket and be nice and grippy, so it's not going to fall out until you need to deploy it. And I tell you, the shootout has been one of my favorites from Benchmade. And we'll look at that in a minute as well, because I've been carrying the new drop point shootout. This is a small version. It's a little bit different, of course, just the way it's designed, the way it's carried. US manufacturing on there as well. I love to see that. The tapered handle down here makes it fit so much easier. A little bit of, you know, swell out here so your thumb's not going to slip off, or your finger. Dual edge on this one. I really like it. Super duper snappy. What can you talk about? Let's talk about some of the details. We're going to go over a few comparisons. We're also going to look at my favorite carry right now and see if this one can knock it out of the pocket. So full retail on this one, $350. Benchmade dealers starting to sell this one for $315. Some already have it. Some are on pre-order. Check it out. Also check out the black one. Like I said, I may have to get the black one as well. CPM D2 blade. Blade length 3 inches, 3.02 inches. The blade thickness, 0.11 of an inch. Dagger style, of course. Got a very familiar looking blade shape, almost that of an infidel. And, of course, the length on the handle, 4.12 inches. Thickness on the handle, a little over half an inch at 0.52 of an inch. Overall length, when it's open, 7.14 inches. Double action OTF thumb slide. We talked about the kind of smoke gray PVD coating. The weight on this one, just 2.9 ounces. Made in the USA, Benchmade USA. I really like this one. Blade centering seems to be pretty good. Now, let me know what you think. But first off, we talked about my current favorite. This is the shootout, kind of in that similar OD green Grivery. This one has a black blade coating. It's hard to kind of see with a little bit of the light in here, but you can see it right there, and a little bit of gray on this one, of course. I like this Benchmade logo that's kind of stretched out. That's pretty cool as well. You can see the comparisons between the shootout and the Mini Claymore OTF. Now, I do have to say, these are both pretty awesome, but let's just compare what we have. I'm going to try to do them at the same time, a little bit different, obviously, but let's see what we get for deployment. Pretty snappy, both the same. This is my new favorite with the drop point blade shootout. Can it knock it out of the pocket? I'm thinking yes. It's a much more compact size, especially if you're at work, especially if you got a pair of shorts or something. Coming up on summertime, you want to slip this in there. Now, we'll look at a comparison between the full size. So here's the full size Claymore in black, full size Claymore OTF in black on the right. Now you can see the size difference overall without the blade even being deployed. Now this one's super snappy as well, but you can see the size difference right here, just side by side. So you can see what you're gonna get, a little bit longer blade, of course, a lot longer handle, of course, in comparison. And then thickness is gonna be the same on both of these. But full size, mini, what is your option? You look this way, you're like, oh man, that's, big brother. This you put in the middle, it's like, oh, okay, it's a little cousin. But overall, I really like this platform. I like the kind of mixing it up with the Gryvery. It feels like the shootout, very lightweight. But the mini is kind of what I've been waiting for. The shootout kind of bumped the full size, but with this mini, I'm digging it. Now, I told you we're gonna do some comparisons. So let's look at, maybe you got some mini Benchmades, but maybe you also really like your mini Benchmades. So first off, you got the Benchmade Mini Adira, the new water series class line of Benchmade water knives. This is the Mini Adira. This is the Mini OTF Claymore. Not too much of a size difference overall. A little bit longer. Let's do blade to blade tip. So you can see it's a little bit longer overall on the Mini Adira. An awesome one in MagnaCut, of course. Now, maybe you got one of my favorites. You got a Mini Griptilian. There's the Mini Griptilian compared to the Mini Claymore OTF. I love the blue. This one's a hollow ground. Come on. Let's do hollow grounds again, Benchmade. Let's bring them back. Now, also, maybe you have the Mini Claymore, the original Mini Claymores. Push button, out the side, super snappy. That light reduction coating on that gray blade, the black Gryvery handle. I love that. So let's look at a comparison. Almost pretty equal right there. I'm digging that look. This would be a great combo if you had the tan and black, vice versa, or all black, all tan. Now I say tan, but OD green, you know what I'm saying. So that's the Mini Claymore, the original series. Now, sticking with the mini theme, maybe you got a Mini Adamas from Benchmade, and you're like, how does this compare? How is it going to team up with my friend, the new Mini Claymore OTF? So we'll put them blade to blade so you can kind of see. The Mini, the Mini Adamas, that cyber design, just built for sheer strength, full stainless steel liners. That's going to be the comparison. Will also team up very nicely, very well. But of course, one of my favorites, the Mini Freak from Benchmade, where you can catch the mini theme we got going on here. That's the Mini Freak. Very comparable in size and blade lengths as well. Love the Mini series. Large glove size hand. Plenty of room left on those. Of course. Now, Mini series, we got the theme going with the comparisons. The Mini Presidio 2, one of my favorite work knives. This is very comparable as well. So a lot of stuff stuck into this Mini OTF Claymore from Benchmade. Man, this is such a workhorse, this knife. The Mini Presidio 2. I recommend it. CF lead on the outside, but full stainless steel liners. It's a rough and tumbling one. Now, maybe you're like, Zach, I got the 940, 945 vibe from you. That's what I got in my pocket, the Mini Osborne 945. How does that one compare? That's your example. It's going to be a little bit shorter overall. Blade length, though, pretty darn comparable. And, of course, size of handle, a little bit smaller on the Mini Osborne. 945, you can't beat it. But where did we leave off? We have one Mini left to show. And that, of course, is the Mini Bug Out. So you got a Mini Bug Out. You're like, Zach, I'm carrying the Minis. How does the Mini Bug Out compare? There's a really good look right there of it. So overall, your handle and your blade is going to be, if we line up, blade edge to blade edge, smidge shorter on the blade, handle to handle, you're lined up, you know, probably that half an inch to an inch shorter overall. But the mini bug out, another awesome one. So you know, like size-wise, when you're getting that gym short carry, you're ready to run some errands, you know this mini Claymore OTF is just going to be ready to go. And then you don't have to worry about it, right? You just snap it out. You don't have to flip it. You don't have to move the action lock. Nothing. Access lock. You know what I'm saying. Super excited about it. But now you're going to say, what if I don't have a mini? What if I have just a regular bug out? One of the best access lock knives. The regular bug out. Shout out to our Glow Rhino friends for making some accessories. Now, tip to tip, there's your full-size bug out. So, a little bit longer in handle. Blade length, going to be a little bit longer on the bug out overall. I really like the comparison between these two. They're great pairings. You know, the full-size bug out's going to be obviously a little thinner in the handle, but it's a beautiful combo. They got that Benchmade laser mark from the factory store. I love it. Now, in closing, in theory, like I said, deep pocket carry clip. Now, this is going to be right side only, left side only. Wink, wink. Now, I know you guys messed around with me on that one because we had a different one. I was like, oh, maybe put the other one. We have the switch, and it doesn't matter. Left, right-handed. I get it. But this is a fun little OTF. Pricing, yeah, we've talked about it, but Benchmade quality, their warranty, top of the line. You can't beat it. And like I said, I've had my one shootout, the Tonto one, the original. It's been going for a couple years now. Solid. No issues with it. Now, you may be questioning, hey, does this have that safety feature? Let's test it out. So on deployment, maybe you're something in the way, hopefully not your hand, that will do a safety feature. A little bit, you're going to get a little poke, but it's not going to go all the way through. Now to fix this, you can fling it, kind of snap it out, goes right back into play. So we'll do this one more time for demonstration. That one's stuck in a little bit deeper, but it's not going to go through and through it, so it's good. But now it's, you know, maybe you drop it as well from a high distance. It's off track. You're like, what do I do? I showed you can flip it out, but be safe about it. It's double-edged. Get a lot of the blade out there and then pull it out tight. Very nice. So in closing, my final thoughts. This one is a major win. I really like it. I'm going to carry it a whole bunch. It's going to bump out the drop point shootout just because that's what it's doing right now. And you may see me get a black one eventually because I like the black. Obviously, it's going to match up with all my other ones, especially my original mini Claymore. Kind of have a fun little combo carry. But let me know down in the comments. Like I said, let me know what that means on the Morse code. But it is front towards enemy. Have an awesome rest of your day. Make sure to do something kind for someone. #DSKFS. But most importantly, take care.